Hello everybody, I'm Tony and we are in another episode of War Thunder, flying with the MC-202, one of the German planes. Well, actually it's an Italian plane, but it's on the German tier. And it's a very awesome plane, I have to say. So we're beginning is in this ground strike map, and everybody is down below, and I'm a little bit higher than most people. And I see, on the distance, I see this bomber. I think is the single. It's one bomber, and we have to shoot it down because, it's ground strikes maps. You have to shoot down the bombers so you don't lose the game. While everybody else is just shooting at each other. So I'm flying, maintaining my altitude right now. I'm at 2,000 meters, and it's always good to maintain that altitude. Is safe, and nobody can really climb to that height. Especially in these low tier games, since most of people have biplanes and those don't climb. They turn very well, but they don't climb at all. So I'm flying and flying and looking for somebody to shoot down. And yeah, I don't know if you've been seeing it, but I've been climbing to the height of the bomber, as you can see it in that red triangle up in front. And I have one of my teammates also chasing after it. It's a Jack 1 chasing after it. And he's closer. Well, actually not that much closer. He's down there, as you can see. And he's shooting at it already. I mean, always shooting at bombers from the back of them, if you're not gaining in then it's not so smart, but it's it's just a lower tier game. So this guy shoots down the bomber and we're all good, so I'm turning and diving back to the battlefield because we went all the way back to our base. So and this one has nice groupings, as you see somebody shooting down below. It's weird because you don't see in the replays, you don't see that many signs on the air, like of all the enemies that are on the air, but they are there. I can assure you, if I go down to that height, I'll be dead in a matter of seconds because all of them or most of them are biplanes, and this plane is good at turning, but you're not gonna out-turn a biplane really. So the way to play in this game is maintaining my speed and diving, boom and zoom. That's all there is to it. So I see this guy and I turn really harshly and I lose it for a second because the camera flips on me, but then I spot it again and then just do a turn while I'm diving, and I climb again, and now I'm on its back, and it's a bomber. It's a BB-1. Oh, it's a fighter bomber, and I do a lot of shooting too, but it doesn't. It just tickles it, and I prepare to do another pass, always maintaining the 3-9 line behind the enemy fighter. Here we go, shooting, and nothing. I did some damage to it, but it doesn't. And there it goes. It crashed, and I assigned me the kill, which is always handy. So hey, we have our first kill. We have 3 out of 5, 3 of 6 points. 3 of 7 is increasing. It's probably because it's on fire, the plane, when it crashed. So it's increasing the point count, and the plane is shot down. And we dive here in a biplane, shooting, and not much happening. I did score some hits, but it didn't bring it down. And the funny thing about this MC-202 is, even though the guns sound really loud, as if you were shooting like really big guns, you're really not. You're just delivering 1.0 kilograms per second or something like that, which in comparison to the Jag 1, for example, which has like 1.86 kilograms per second, is almost half the damage as the Jag 1. So yeah, so I'm chasing after this lad GG, shooting, and yeah, I mean, I'm on his back, and finally I managed to shoot it down, and at this point I have 3 kills, which is awesome. 790 points scored, and there's a lot of shooting going down below. You can see all the tank shooting at each other, which is pretty cool. You really feel immersive, and all the AA guns going off too. So I spot this other plane on the ground, and I dive on it. It looks like a biplane, as you can see, but it gets shoot down before I get to it, and this other guy just turns. And again, the camera just goes nuts on me, but this time I don't lose my mind when it does that. But I'm fighting a turning battle with a biplane, so just go in the vertical to try and get an advantage. And there we go, again on the back. And you can see the bullets going on the ground, shooting, and nothing happens. Score some hits, but you know, it doesn't go down at all. Again, it scores some hits, but it doesn't go down, and my teammate gets it and kills it. And where we gain altitude again, that's all there is to it. We're going up, maintaining our high speed up and our altitude. Right now we're at 500 meters, so we have to keep climbing up. Even though most people don't seem to be paying attention to our play. I mean, I haven't had too many people chasing after me, which is weird, but it's the way it is. Sometimes you have luck in games, and hey, that's part of being a good player, is having good luck too. So I spot this other guy going down below me. You see in front, right below my right wing. So I climb up for a second to gain some turning radius, but it just keeps going forward, and then it turns, and I'm shooting, score some more hits, but it doesn't kill it. And I turn in a climb again to gain some turning radius. Now I'm right below it, but I ran out of my main weapon ammo, so I just waiting for it to load up at this moment before I go down, but I get shot down, and two of my teammates just scratch after they shoot it down. I guess maybe they rammed onto it and just went down. I got assistance, so I have 3 kills and 1 assistance by now. Assistants are good too. They're not as great as skills because they don't give you the same amount of points, which is weird, but they are good. And this other light GG going underneath me, turning inside the circle, and then I go up to gain some turning radius, shooting, and it dies, but it wasn't me really. It just died because of some other guy shoot it down. I did get some minor points for it, but nothing major. I didn't even get an assistance, that's how little I did to it. So again, I climb up. This guy has his smoke trails on, I don't know why, but I guess he wants to advertise, shoot at me, shoot at me, shoot at me. So that's what I'm doing, but I'm not doing anything really. Scoring some points, as you see my point counter, but and now I almost overshoot it. I'm really close to it, but still doing some minor damage. And again, I climb up so I don't overshoot, always maintaining behind the plane, 3-9 line. And I spot some other guy because the other one has like 3 planes behind it, so I'm not gonna be the 4th. And I decided to go for this one, which is almost free. So I'm turning with it. This is an American plane. I think it's a P-26, I'm not sure. And I'm turning with it. One of my friends scratches, and this guy also scratches. So I get an assistant from that, but not a kill. So I again going up, and it seems a lot of my teammates just scratched with it. So only one of them is left beside me, which is, I don't know, strange. Maybe they have disposable planes that I don't have. So I'm climbing up, and again, as you see, my altimeter is going up. Just scanning below me to make sure there's somebody I can go for. I'm not scanning the sky too much and this one sometimes, but not too much because, like I said before, there's not too many planes that can outclimb me in this game. Even though this one I rank 1.7 planes, so I'm not really having too much of an advantage over any other planes here. Especially not since my guns are not, I would say, probably worse than the biplanes, the Russian biplanes in this game. So I see this guy and he gets shot down by two of my teammates. And at this point there are not too many planes in the sky. I think at this point there were like 4 people in the sky, but the game is almost over by now. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and more will be coming in the future, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.